It seems we've landed in the Moab. Well, if we go a little bit northwest, we will be at the Arches National Park Visitor Center in Utah. Now this visitor center right here, this is where our adventure begins. Back in the early 1900s, a man by the name of Frank A. Wadley, he was a passenger traffic manager, and he was attempting to build a railroad, and he stumbled upon this area and found these arches. The actual national park was originally just this one little spot called Devil's Garden. It had this big, massive arch called the Landscape Arch, and that's basically how this place started. So, after a while, they tried to turn it into a national park, which didn't exactly go very well, but then in April of 1929, President Herbert Hoover signed a presidential proclamation creating the Arches National Monument, and now it is, well, basically what it is now. Now, obviously, for maintenance reasons, to get in, you have to pay a fee. So you can either pay $30 for a private vehicle, which is just one private non-commercial vehicle and everybody in there. So if you can fit your entire family into a car, then that is perfect. For $25, you can pay a motorcycle fee, which admits private non-commercial motorcycle and its riders. This means you can basically just go in with a motorcycle and another friend or whatever. And for $15, you can pay for yourself and literally nothing else. It admits one individual with no car, typically used for cyclists, hikers, pedestrians, yada yada yada. But youth 15 and under are admitted free, so instead of reading every single one of these out, I'm just gonna put it on screen here for 5 seconds. Now, obviously the main attraction of this place is the massive sandstone arches, but it's also really good for touring, hiking, biking, camping, backpacking, which is basically the same thing as hiking, I think. Canyoneering, I have no idea what that is. Rock climbing, and astronomy, surprisingly. Now, you may think the creation of these arches is completely impossible. Well, I hate to tell you, moron, but you're completely wrong. Basically, the whole area of this place used to be like a sea or an ocean or whatever, and then it evaporated away due to heat, and then there was salt beds left, and then rock eventually formed on top of that after debris were brought in from floods and rivers and whatnot. So after a while, basically all of the salt started rising and pushing the rock up, and then afterwards, at some point, after that, the rock became too heavy for the salt and it collapsed. So that's basically how the arches were created. It's not super, it's really interesting actually how salt works. I never really thought that was how it formed. I thought it was all just weather erosion. Completely everything is basically made of sandstone or some kind of compound with sandstone in it. And that's basically everything I have for this. If you want more information, you can go to this site right here. And yeah, bye-bye.